It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
What's up, Jones Bones? It is your girl Unitedly Random, and today we are going to be doing your December pick a card love reading. Okay, this is for couples and singles. I'm going to be reading each pile for a couple and each pile for a single. So the entire time I'm keeping that, menage a trois in my head. Okay, so this is group number 1. This is group number 2. And this is group number 3, okay? So what I want you guys to do before you pick a reading is actually to take some mindful breaths, meditate a little bit with yourself, and try to tap into this unitedly random energy, okay? So, group number 1, I believe you guys have this jasper stone right here. Let me see. You have this jasper stone, and I'm sorry about the shadow. Group number 2, you actually have this hall light. Come on. And group number 3, I have no idea what this stone is called. I'm just going to put it out there. No idea at all, okay? If you know, please let me know down below in the comments. I have the timestamps down below, and I have the little chapters. It's like each section is a little chapter, so you can skip ahead to your deck. Before you go though, a little bit of a reminder. I am helping V Loving Crystals, seller cards, or, I don't know what to call it. Is this a sponsorship? I don't know, but the link will be down below for you to go to her Etsy shop. Now, on her Etsy shop, she does, two question readings. She does 1 question readings, and she's selling her oracle cards, which you will see inside of each of the readings. I used her Autumn's Delight oracle cards this time. And at checkout, you type in Unitedly Random and you'll have some Unitedly Random discounts, okay? I will see you at your timestamp, at your pile, whatever you want to call it. Much love and positivity. Bye. Until later, because, don't click out right now. Don't click out. Group number 1. I'm sorry, you guys, about the sage that is burning. It's burning right by the camera, isn't it? I opened up, I started to do your reading, and I only got 1 card in, and it got a little deep. It got a little deeper than I expected it to go so early in a reading. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saging, and I'm asking for guidance on how to speak about these things that I think you might need, like it might come out, okay? A little bit of a trigger warning, okay? If you are not in a good headspace, walk away from this reading right now. Come back a little bit later, okay? I don't know exactly what it's going to say. Like I said, I only got 1 card in, but it got deep really quick, okay? So let me put this in my abalone shell to the side so it's not fogging up the camera, okay? So group number 1, I started off by looking at your Sequoia Oracle card. So this is the card for me that I relate to on such a deeper level, right? So for me, when I look at this card, I see a young girl that is kind of in a position where someone is taking advantage of her, right? So because I relate to this card in so many ways, when I see this card, it talks about that painful childhood that has happened to so many women and males that we kind of don't talk about, okay? If this is not resonating with you, I can understand. It's pretty specific right now, but when I talk about childhood traumas, But while we're looking at this, I think that your childhood traumas define your love relationship right now. So that's to say that, if you are single, it's linked back to your childhood traumas, and you're in a relationship with someone, it's also linked back to your childhood traumas in a way. I think that this relationship, or this time that you are single, is actually a time to heal yourself from that childhood trauma. Okay, so this is a very deeply needed relationship, or just a deeply needed moment of not being in a relationship, a moment of quietness, a moment of calmness. My singles, you're single for a reason. My couples, you're in a relationship for a reason. Okay, this can also speak to being in a relationship for my couples in which you kind of stepped into the relationship not really knowing how it was going to go, but you kind of was like, okay, whatever. And it's not necessarily in your best interest to remain in this relationship. So for couples, it's like, hey, stay in the relationship, or hey, it's not in your best interest to stay in this relationship. And you'll know based off of what you're resonating with, which message is for you, okay? But it is really speaking to a lot of hurt, okay? Overall, I feel like there's a lot of hurt going on if you're single. There's a lot of hurt going on if you are in a relationship, okay? So let's look into it a little bit more. Next, we have 2 tarot cards. And my tarot cards are talking about let me look. This is the 6 of coins. This is the picture in which the man is kind of like giving out money to the people who are, poor. And he has like his little scale, and, it's a little bit of a justice energy. But I feel like, in a way, justice wasn't served in this situation. Maybe you feel a little bit like unjustified in this situation, in this relationship, or also alone. There's also this idea of the 6 of Pentacles. For me, honestly, this is the card which I feel like is like the kind of pettiest card for me. Like, I always pick up this energy as, oh, that's kind of a petty card. Because while people can see, oh, there's a lot of help here, and this and this and that, this is a aristocrat. And instead of handing off the money to someone, he's just dropping it into their hands like, here you go, So it's help, but it's not help where it's needed. I can see that with my singles, being alone right now is helping, but it's not completely helping you. There's some other things that need to happen. And for my people in a relationship, the relationship helped you, but it's not completely helping you. It's not healing those childhood traumas that are pretty much kind of hidden. I feel like some of you guys have closed that door to it, and you're walking away from it. You're like, okay, I'm done with that. And even not even like childhood traumas, it could be like, and when I think childhood, I'm still young, so I'm thinking childhood, like, like we're like 8 or 7. It could be teenage, but for some people that's still childhood. But I just wanted to put that thing, like I wanted to put that separation there. It's something that happened in the past at the very least. You were hurt in the past, and now with your relationship, you're trying to heal yourself, or with your solitude, you're trying to heal yourself, and it's not exactly doing what you need it to do. I am not a doctor, but I do recommend therapy. This is coming from, Big Sisterly. I do recommend therapy. It helped me a lot, and I am in a much better place now a year after than where I was before. And one day, like, we'll sit down. I'll talk to you guys about this. I'm very open about it. But that day is not today, because, like we all know this, sometimes it's a little hard to open up. We have the Queen of Swords tarot card in reverse as well. So the Queen of Swords represent airs, mental energy. The Queen, you know how she's holding her sword in one hand and holding her hand out in another hand. There's a little bit of a balance that the Queen of Swords represents. There's a mental clarity that the Queen of Swords represents. And right now, it's telling me that you're in a little bit of a rough space, relationship or no relationship, love-wise or no love-wise. Like, you're in a rough space within yourself. And with this, you know, Six of Pentacles upright is to represent more so outward energy. The help that you went after isn't enough help. And right now you're feeling a little bit discombobulated within yourself, okay? So let me go ahead and clarify these two cards with my Autumn's Delight Oracle card from V Love and Crystals. And we have the Imagination card, and we also have the Tradition card. So Imagination and Tradition. So I feel like you can see what your life would be like in a way if, like, here's what I'm picking up on. You try to imagine what your life would be like if that trauma never happened to you. I feel like there's a lot of like, oh, well, if this never happened to me, I would be so much better off. It did. And you're hurting and you're allowed to hurt, but don't beat yourself up over like what if is what I'm picking up on. Like it's not gonna hurt, like it's not gonna help you in the long run just imagining like the what if. And if you're single right now, imagining this relationship that's going to heal you, this person, you want this closeness with someone because you're feeling like that will make you feel better. That's just imagination, because when you get into that relationship, you're still not going to be fulfilled. There's something else that needs to go on. I think right now the whole idea is like the tradition of it all. And this is a feast right now, and like with this, it makes me feel like the tradition of everything is to keep quiet, and you're gonna have to break that tradition to be better in a love relationship and be better in a single relationship to find your love if that's what you're looking for. But you have to break the tradition. It's kind of making me think a little bit about, okay, so in the Black community, we don't get help. We don't get mental help. We don't go to counseling. It's not, you know, if you're talking about mental health in the Black community, people are like, oh, she's crazy. They write it off in that way. So by me going to go to therapy and openly talking about my struggles, I broke that tradition of, you know, carrying the world on my shoulders when there's a lot of people in this world that can help you. They're there to help you and they want to help you. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you need to break some traditions within yourself of just kind of throwing it into the closet and walking away with what's hurting you. And this is not even just childhood. What's hurting you? Don't walk away from it. Explore those feelings, but explore those feelings in a way that is healthy for you. I can't come here and be like, you got to deal with this, you got to do with this, and Black, deal with your dark shadow here and deal with your dark shadow here. I can't come here and, because it's hard. I know that it's hard. I have been there. So I'm not going to be like, look, you got to do this, and do that. But I'm saying to reach that happiness in relationships, to reach that love in relationships, you're going to have to break this tradition of these patterns that are not serving you, okay? Let's go ahead and look at your Island Time Wellness cards. And we have the lightning bolt. So this represents sudden change, shocking news, surprise, and infinite upheaval and transformation. Things are changing really quickly. I think something's shaking up your world and you weren't necessarily ready for that shake to happen. You weren't necessarily ready for this. It's a little bit of a tower moment in your love life. It's a little bit of a tower moment in your wellness. Something's going to throw you off, and you're going to have to deal with what you put inside of that closet. And this not necessarily like just childhood traumas, but you're going to have to deal with what you're trying to walk away with. So I think the best thing to do is try to be on top of it and try to reach out and get help before everything comes crashing down. We also have the not enough. I feel like in these relationships, you keep, like the relationships that you're in, for my people in couples, you keep feeling like the relationship is not enough. It says frustrated in a relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, and jealousy. There's fear, and I keep saying it's tied to a past trauma. You know, it's tied to a past trauma, and it's making you feel like you're not enough for these relationships. It's making you feel like, you know, I'm missing something. I need something in these relationships for my couple. You're very frustrated, and it's because you're receiving something, but you're not receiving everything you need. You know, he's giving this person who's begging for money, he's giving them money, but he's not giving them respect. You feel me? We also have the chaser. So I have a feeling like for my people in these relationships, you're usually the chaser. You're usually the person who has a fear of abandonment issues. You're usually the person that's like, you know, I need attention. You're the touchy-feely type of person. And it's because of these, like I said, everything stems from this trauma, okay? It stems from this trauma, and it puts you in a position where you're chasing after someone and you're constantly afraid and you're constantly projecting your fears onto the relationship because the relationship is not enough to heal you, is what I'm picking up. You need more help. You 100% need more help. I have one more card, and I'm sorry to just like go from like, oh, you need help and this. I don't have all the answers, Sway, but I know that we have a community here on this channel. We have a community with V Love and Crystal's channel where we have people who will love, people who will support you, and people who will be there for you even when you're feeling alone. Because I feel like right now my people who are in a relationship and my single people are feeling very alone right now. My Instagram is Unitedly Random. Go ahead and reach out to me, okay? Like, reach out to me, Unitedly Random, okay? But one more message, and like if you guys have been around for any of my other pick a card readings, I like to end out with these cards. They have like a little sentence on them that you could take with you for the rest of the month, I guess, because this is a December love reading. And it says, love yourself as much as you want your soulmate to love you. Wow, I'm going to say that again. Love yourself as much as you want your soulmate to love you. So the camera cut off, but I just want to go ahead and let you guys know that you can contact me on Instagram, Unitedly Random, if you want to talk more about this. I'm sorry if you felt like this reading didn't resonate with you. Every once in a while, I get a very strong reading that I just have to follow that reading because even if it's not resonating with you, someone needed to hear it, okay? Much love and positivity, and I will see you next time. Ooh, bye. Group number 2, how are you guys doing, my lovelies? You guys were the Hall Light Stone. I do believe this is Hall Light. Correct me down below if I am wrong. But first, we're going to start off with your Secondly Oracle card, okay? So this card just represents your general energy and love right now. What's going on? What's going on with you? This represents you. And I can see 2 different things right now. So either you are the healer, you're always helping someone, or you are the receiver. You're always receiving help from other people, okay? So with the more of these cards, I'll be able to really pinpoint what's going on. But I think generally you're going to be the person that's always trying to help others. Everything you do, you're always trying to help others. And I'm sorry about the noise that you're hearing. I have a roommate upstairs. But The energy is always trying to heal others, and this immediately makes me think, well, who's going to heal you? You know, you're always helping others, but who's going to help you? If you're in a relationship, you're probably in a relationship where you have to kind of mother the person that you're in a relationship with. In a way, you have to, you know, kind of like, you know, hold their hands in certain situations and teach them certain things, or open their eyes to a whole new world. Or if you are single, you're probably in a position where you still run yourself ragged trying to help people, and you're doing this and you're doing that because you always want to help people, and it's kind of getting in the way of your love life. Always helping people is getting in the way of you reaching that relationship, if that is something that you want. In a relationship, the other way, because I can look at it for couples the other way, you're always receiving a lot of assistance from your other partner, and maybe it's making you feel a little bit like insecure in a way, because, you know, while we do want to be taken care of, everybody wants to be taken care of, that still kind of leads us to the idea of like, okay, what if this person doesn't want to take care of me and they're just doing it because of... Stop that thinking, okay? Like, I feel like one of you out there is thinking, oh, he's just helping me, but like he doesn't really want to do it, and you're putting this doubt into the relationship that doesn't even really need to belong there, because the only reason that doubt is there because you feel like you're not worthy of these actions. So you're doubting this person who's not even trying to be... They're not secretive about their motives. They're just like, you know, I like you and I'm going to help you, but you're doubting them because a part of you feels like you are not worthy of that love. Baby, no, you are worthy of that love, and you need to keep that in mind, okay? So we're going to go ahead and look at your tarot cards for this reading. We have the Magician. The Magician, things are starting to work out. You have all the tools right now. You have all the tools, but you're focusing on the wrong things. I feel like you're focusing on the wrong things, okay? This is the Eight of Pentacles card right here. The Eight of Pentacles card, in my mind, represents working hard, crafting a skill. And it's really interesting that you're like crafting this skill with these pentacles when you also have the Magician. So the Magician has all of the tools. So why do you need to craft the pentacle if you already have the pentacle? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying you're focusing on the wrong thing. And this makes even more sense when we say you're always taking care of somebody else. You're focusing on the wrong thing for my singles. And with my people in a relationship where you're always taking care of someone else, you're also in this position focusing on the wrong things. Because all of these things that you're working on, all of these things that you're putting your energy into is actually hurting your relationship a little bit. And so how does this work in a couple relationship? How does this really affect your couple's relationship, right? Putting your energy into the wrong things. I think you are used to being that person that takes care of people. You probably came from a big family, always taking care of things. Like, you know, that's the energy. You always take care of people. And so in your relationship, you kind of immediately took that role of, I gotta take care of this, I gotta take care of that. And I feel like this is kind of pushing the person in your relationship down a little bit, because they feel like, you know, I'm not adding to the pot. You know, I'm not adding as much as you're adding to the pot. It's making them feel a little self-conscious. Remember in the beginning, I said you're feeling a little self-conscious. The energy can be reversed. Your other person, because you're such a busybody, is feeling very self-conscious because you're always helping them. And they're like, what can I do for them? And it's really hurting them. Maybe somebody lost a job in this relationship and only one of you guys are working. And so like the other person's continuing to work, and the one that lost their job is like, oh crap, I'm not adding anything to the table because I lost my job. But the thing is, the other person isn't focusing on what you're not bringing to the table. They're just focusing on being happy with you and actually focusing on creating something with you. With the Magician, we got all the tools. They're not focusing on this energy of, oh, you're not working right now, you know, I'm just taking care of you, I hate this. They're not angry about that. So again, focusing on the wrong things. It could go two different ways. The person you're in a relationship is focusing on the wrong things and feeling very negative and feeling bad about themselves because of how the relationship is progressing right now. Or you're the one who's doing that. My people who are single, you have both the Magician and the Eight of Pentacles, okay? So you have the Magician telling you that you have all the tools. If you want to be in a relationship, you have all the tools to be in a relationship, but you're focusing on the wrong thing. You're helping the wrong people, and it's not adding anything to your life, right? So this is how this is going so far. I have more cards to pull. Like I have the Autumn Delights Oracle cards from The Loving Crystals to clarify my tarot cards right now. And we have 3 Autumn Delight cards to go with this. So we have clearing, we have scattered, and we also have extraordinary. I don't know, you guys love. So clearing. So I feel like this is a time to clear out of these patterns of working hard on the wrong things. Clear it away. Clear away these feelings of not being good enough. Clear those feelings away, because that is scattering your energy. While you're focusing on the wrong things, your energy is scattered. So what you really want is not going to be coming into fruition because you're working on all of these things at once. So it's like when you have a lot of things to do and you're multitasking. People say you can never really multitask in a good way because you're always distracted in another way. So I can't jump from listening to music and doing my homework and doing this and doing that all at the same time, because you're getting distracted and something is losing the energy that is needed to actually get it done, right? If we just sat down and like played our music and focused on our homework, we would be done, instead of, you know, playing our music, trying to do our homework and also cooking dinner. You know what I'm saying? Something has the opportunity to start slacking. You might, you know, burn the food a little bit, or you might kind of get frustrated with your homework and walk away from it a little bit, opposed to if you just focus on that one thing and finished it, okay? So right now, because your energy is so scattered, you're trying to help everybody, or you're trying to figure out, if you're the person that's receiving help, you're trying to figure out, okay, how do I change it up? How do I switch it up? Your energy is so scattered that you're hurting the relationship that you're in right now. But never fear, the Magician's here. You know, you have all of the tools to make this relationship magical. You can have all the tools to make this relationship right, okay? You are extraordinary. You know, you have the tools, and you can go past these blockages that I'm seeing that are, you're running into these blockages, and you can go past these blockages, okay? The fact that you're sitting here making all of these, you know, pentacles, the fact that you're sitting here making all of these coins, you know what I'm saying? You're focusing your energy, and mind you, it's not like you just focus your energy on like, okay, I'm focusing my energy on this and I'm not even putting in the work. You're putting in the work. It's just you're putting in the work in the wrong things. The fact that you put in so much work in this situation right here proves that you're extraordinary, okay? You're the Magician. You got the tools. You're just focusing it on the wrong place. So my singles, stop helping everybody, okay? Focus on yourself. Focus on yourself a little bit. And for my people in a relationship, don't feel bad if you have to rely on someone. And on the other hand, my people that are in a relationship that are always, you know, that kind of energy of I'm always helping. I know you're not angry about it, but you're a person in your relationship kind of feels like, okay, I'm not doing anything, and they're feeling bad about it. So I say, try to have that conversation with the person in your relationship so that they know that they are valued in your relationship, you love them, and you don't want them to feel any type of way. Like, try to have communications with your person to try to ensure that they aren't feeling left out because of their situation right now. It could be mental, it could be monetary, but just make sure they're not feeling left out, because I feel like someone's feeling left out. Okay, so our love Island Time Wellness, like, these are my love cards. These will give me the tea on anything. And we have 2 different cards. Okay, so we have the camera. It represents reminiscing, keepsakes, perception, learn from the past, and making memories. And then we also have the girl with the snake. And it's in reverse, but I'm going to read it on both sides. So it's an empath and narcissistic paradigm, okay? So this is in reverse, right? So it's saying that this situation of narcissistic energy is not actually there. This idea where you're thinking, okay, well, he's just helping me just to make himself feel better. No, it's not there. You're creating this with your head. So we keep going, and it says being charmed or used. In this case, it's reversed. You're not being used. You're not being used. But you keep going back and helping people when you need to also help yourself. So it's not the idea of you're being used. It's more so the idea of you're not leaving room for yourself. And so that's hurting you. That person isn't hurting you. They're not using you because they don't care about you or anything else. You're not caring about yourself enough to pause and take care of yourself first, because you're always helping other people. We also have the boundaries card in reverse. I feel like in some cases with the person you're always helping other people, you're lacking boundaries. You're lacking the boundaries in this relationship, in this love relationship. And the thing is, I feel like with the learn from the past and the camera and the reminiscing perception card, definitely with the perception card, it's about how the people in this relationship see this relationship. With perception, it's with my singles, it's how you see yourself. With my people in the relationship, it's how you see yourself. And it's simply calling for a little bit of a hanged man energy where you see the world in a different way. I definitely feel like you just need to see things from a different perspective. So that's probably why you're here, honestly. So if you've been to one of my readings before, I like to end it with little red cards. These little red cards at the end, they have like a little statement on them that I like to read out, and I tell you to take that energy with you for the rest of the month. Take that energy with you just in general, period. You know what I'm saying? And we have 2 cards, okay? So we have the all you need is to believe in yourself. So all you need to do is believe in yourself, because you're extraordinary, okay? Like, you're putting all of this energy in. You put a lot of work into this one thing, and it's not working out. It's not. And the reason it's not working out is because you're focusing on the wrong thing right here. In this relationship, you're focusing on this wrong thing. But believe in yourself. You have the Magician card. Baby, you're magical. Magical and extraordinary. And also for my singles, because I feel like this is definitely a card for my people who are singles, it's reminding you that you will meet your soulmate when the time is right. And I know if you're at my pick a card right now, you've heard this a million times by now. You keep hearing the same thing, and you want to know why? Because you need to listen. You need to listen to it. You keep hearing, when the time is right, and you're like, well, I kind of want to be in a relationship now because I'm always helping people, but there's no one to help me. Pause it up. Switch it up. I'm helping people, but there's no one to help me. You're not helping yourself. You're not putting energy in yourself. You're extending yourself to help these other people. You're working and helping and doing all of this for other people, but you're not doing it for yourself. The first person you should be taking care of is yourself, baby. The first person that you should be looking in the mirror and saying you gorgeous to is yourself. You're extraordinary. Clear away the negativity, okay? If this resonated in any type of way, leave a like down below and a comment to let your girl know what it is. Much love and positivity. I will see you guys next time. Group number 3. And my final group, I guess we saved the best for last. I'm starting off with your Secondly Oracle card. Okay, we got one card, and it's actually the 9th card in the Secondly Oracle deck. And it's a fun energy. Look at all these pinks. You know, passion, youthfulness, enjoying yourself. You know, I feel like this could go 2 different ways because we have a little bunny here, and oof, okay, I got, okay. You're like, Aaliyah, how many times are you gonna say okay? I don't know, something's happening. So for my singles, I feel like you're looking at all of these relationships around you and people being happy, and you want to know, when is it my time to shine? You know, you're like, oh, they look like they're having fun. When is it my time to have that fun? I think you have a little bit of and let's not say like a little bit of envy, like not in the like bad way. You know, when you see people doing like great, you know, a little bit of yourself is like, you know, I want that too. So it's that type of envy. I'm not saying like you're over here like plotting to murder someone so you can take their man. But you're looking at all of these other couples being happy, and you want that too. On the other side, my couples, you're the couple that the single people are looking at, and they're like, wow, I want that too. I want that love. I want that joy. It's carefree. They mesh well, okay? I see that your relationship is honestly going pretty well right now. From the outside, people are looking at you guys and thinking, dang, I want a relationship like that. Now, we know that it's, you know, from the outside, things might look a little bit better than what they are inside, okay? But just in general, I do see a lot of joy in this situation, in this relationship. There's a little bit of a carefree vibe to this relationship. There's not a lot of heavy energies so far. So let me go ahead and pull out my good old tarot cards. And let me tell you, this was actually the tarot cards that actually, you got 3 of them. Everybody else, I think, got 2. So you came out swinging, group number 3. So we have the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so the Pentacles represents the earthy energy, the physical energy. I feel like things are at balance for my people in the relationship, and even people without a relationship. You're finding a lot of balance in life, and that's probably why my people that aren't in a relationship are like, oh, like you're looking at relationships and you're looking at the joy that is bringing people in these relationships, and you're like, well, when is it my time to shine? Because you did the shadow work. You said, I worked on myself, and now I'm feeling like I'm ready to be loved. Okay, like, where my love at? Sorry for putting words in your mouth, you guys, but that's what I'm picking up on. You're like, well, I want some of this. I found that balance, and I worked on balancing myself, and like the tides are coming. Like, when is my love going to come? And like I said, my relationship, people in a relationship, you've already found that balance. With my next card, we actually have the 2 of Cups. Now, like, you know, you know, this is like that union energy. This is that come together energy. We've come together. So with my people in a relationship, like, I definitely feel like your relationship is working out right now. And with my people who aren't in a relationship, you're coming to this position where you're actually meeting new people, and you're vibing with these new people. Okay, so you've already found that balance within yourself. You found that you kind of balanced and rooted yourself, and now you're being in this position where emotions and love, and you have feelings for someone. You have feelings for someone, my singles. You have someone in your mind, and you're like, okay, like, does he like me? Does he not like me? You know, like, what's going on? Like, we flirt a little bit and then he disappears a little bit. What's going on? Oh, like with the coins, it's kind of like this ebb, and with the sea in the background, there's this ebb and flow, and it's just like kind of you guys are like playing with each other a little bit, but you have someone in mind right now, and you're having this person in mind, and you're thinking about all of these other relationships. Oh, and you're romanticizing how your relationship is going to be. You're already thinking about, oh yes, if we were together, this is what would happen. Okay, babe, you got a crush. Maybe you even like a step further than a crush. You guys are talking, but you're not just to that level yet. I do see some positivity in that realm. If you're talking to someone, it has the potential to become a relationship. That is what I'm picking up on. The next card we have is actually the Four of Cups in reverse. So again, the cups is that emotional, that feeling type of energy, and it's in reverse. So a little bit within yourself, right? I think for some of my singles, you were given an opportunity that you didn't want to take. You probably didn't like that person. And like, you know, they're an okay person, but you didn't mesh well. Like, you didn't feel like, oh yeah, I really like this person deep in your soul. So you kind of just was like, I'm good. You know, you had the opportunity to be in a relationship, but you're like, I'm good. You know, like, I'm fine. And for my people in a relationship right now, I see like balance. I see we're growing. I see things are happening. And I feel that it's actually happening with someone who you didn't want to be with at first. Like, you know, like this idea of this man kind of like just looking at these kind of cups, and kind of like my arms are crossed over my chest, a little attitude going on, like I got 3 cups, but like I want something different. I feel like in your relationship, maybe it's spicy. It's a little spicy. So before this relationship, you were dealing with people who were pretty much the same. They kept coming at you with the same energy, and you were getting tired of dealing with the same people, and you feel like the universe gave you someone that was completely out of the box, and that's who you're in a relationship with, and that's why you're so carefree, and that's why you're just so joyful right now, because things are working out. You have the relationship that people want right now. So, or this is going to happen, okay? You're getting tired of being in these relationships. Okay, this is going a lot of ways, okay, you guys? This is going a lot of ways. But you're tired of being in that same energy, that same relationship. You're tired of it. The universe is about to shake things up, hand you another suitor. Like, hey, you know, you're tired of this. How about you try this? And I feel like that person's going to shake things up. And in that relationship, you're going to be a lot more carefree than you've ever been before. I believe that both of you, my singles and my people in a couple relationship, or coupled up, booed up, you know what I'm saying, a situationship, you have this opportunity to be the little girl in the tree, you know, going back and forth on the, what do you call that? Swing. Going back and forth on the swing, carefree, kicking your shoes off, and getting comfortable in this next relationship. I think what this is saying, honestly, is you're getting comfortable in the relationship that you're in. And for my singles, the next relationship that you're going to get in, you're going to get a little comfortable in it. You're going to be able to kick off your shoes, because it's going to be a stress kind of free situation. Okay, let me go ahead and pull some more cards. We have the V Loving Crystals Autumn Delight cards, and we have 4 of them, okay? So we have 4 of them. We have the Propel card, okay? We're getting ready to zoom, zoom, zoom. Something's about to happen. And we have the Present card. So this is telling me, hey, Leah, this is what's happening right now. This is the present energy of these people. Presently, you got a lot kind of going on, but you're finding balance in it. Proud of you. You found that balance. You're finding these interpersonal relationships and getting close to someone, and you're being given an option you're giving an opportunity right now, a love opportunity. Some of my people are receiving love opportunities. Somebody's reaching out to you, okay? The universe wants you to know, keep your eyes open. Someone's reaching out to you. They might just post under your pictures and be like, hi, how are you doing? You know, it's been so long since we've spoken to each other, or you're so beautiful. Keep your eyes out for that type of energy, because it's going to propel you to number 9. It's going to propel you on that swing. It's going to push you back and forth, and you're going to be able to be very carefree with that relationship. We have the Love card, and we also have Peculiar. Let me try to say that word again. Let me know if I pronounced it wrong, but peculiar. So I feel like, you know, this person that the universe is giving you, either way, okay, is a little bit peculiar, okay? You might have a little nerdy person on your hands, you know, anime, you know, manga, you know, they can be a Star Wars. They can be a Star Wars nerd, but I feel like that person's a little bit different. They're not hitting on the typical people, like, ooh, peculiar. I'm having such a hard time with that word. But you remember earlier when I was talking about with these 3 cups, everybody is the same. This person's gonna shake it up. They're different. They're different. I see a lot of love in this reading. So my singles, even if you're not in a relationship, some love is coming in. And for my couples, I know your relationship is tight. Like, why are you here, my couples? Like, what you need to know? Couples, for group number 3, let me know your question down below. What are you trying to find out? Okay, because maybe I just didn't ask the right questions. Because I feel like y'all want to know something. Because, you know, why else watch a pick a card reading about like couples and relationships? Let me know what y'all want to know. But I feel like the relationship is good right now. You're in a place of peace right now, okay? So let me go ahead and pull out my good old Allentown Wellness cards, and let's go ahead and see what they have to say. So first things first, we have the Hammer in reverse. So the Hammer upright is talking about sabotage, repetitive, ooh, persistent, okay, working on it, sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation. Oh my goodness, am I speaking? When I say repetitive, I'm immediately reminded that, you know, zoom, 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 we're moving away from the repetitive, especially with the 4 of Cups in reverse. We're breaking that normative pattern, okay, with this particular person, peculiar person. Let's be real. Sabotage is in reverse, so we're thinking about sabotage. No, this relationship isn't, like, you might feel a little insecure with this relationship, but there's nothing here to really sabotage. You just have a great person. You really are happy. Stop thinking when you start getting into a position where you feel very peaceful and happy. Stop over here thinking, okay, when is it gonna go bad? I feel like some of you guys are doing that. When is this gonna go bad? Never. Like, what? Like, why are you asking this question? Now I know. Now I'm picking up on why some of my couples are reading this or wanting to get this reading. Separation. You guys are separated right now. And not necessarily like, ooh, because you could be separated for like taking a little break with your relationship, but you're separated from that person right now. I think that you guys are a little bit, you're either in two different places, like in physically two different places. He might not be in the town you are. This might be a long distance relationship, or you guys are at this point where you are unsure about the future. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. You just need to sit down and talk about, hey, what do we want in the future? Do we want to get married? When do we want to get married? You know, like, I feel like these are conversations that you should probably have with this person, just so you guys can get on that same level. But generally, I feel like there's a lot of happiness in this relationship. There's probably a lot of unsurety in this relationship for my couples. And for my people who are not in a relationship, one of your exes might be popping back up in your life, okay? They curious, they missing you, okay? Now, you know that ex better than I know that ex. So you tell me, are you going to take them back or are you not? But somebody's reaching back out. And maybe it was an ex that had to walk away, y'all broke up, and he had to fix on himself. Or he or she had to fix on themselves. So they're coming back, you know. And with the hammer card in reverse, I don't think that person actually worked on themselves while you guys were separated, okay? I don't think they really did all of the work, but you know, I don't know. Maybe they did, okay? You know what I'm saying? The next card we have is talking. So, it's in reverse, okay? And I think this is going with this card right here. Talking. Interested, conversating more. Awaited messages arrive. Text, call, emails, hovering. Separation. I think you guys aren't communicating a lot right now between the separation. You guys aren't communicating, and so that's why you're reaching out and saying, hey, what's going on with this relationship? I'm unsure about the future because this person brought me a lot of joy, but we're not talking right now. Why aren't we talking right now? We have the golden mirror after that. So it's also in reverse. It usually represents a one-sided love, self-absorbed, a narcissist, but it's in reverse. Both of you guys aren't self-absorbed. Right now, the reason that you guys aren't talking as much, the reason that you guys are separated or aren't on the same page or unsure about your future is simply because of other things. Other things are affecting it. It's not your love for each other that's affecting this relationship. It's outside people that are affecting this relationship right now, okay? And with my singles, when you are getting into this relationship with someone new, I can definitely see that it won't be a one-sided relationship. You guys will both be there toe-to-toe, loving on each other, okay? So we have the axe in reverse. The axe represents breaking up and silent treatment and abandonment. You haven't been abandoned. You have not been abandoned. Let me say that again for my couples. You have not been abandoned. Okay? It's not you. It's not the relationship. It's other people surrounding the situation. It's other people. It's not you guys. You guys are good. It's other things. Okay? You just need to hear that. For the Phoenix, we have the Phoenix in reverse. The Phoenix represents a new phase, a rekindlement, a renewal, a transformation, a growth, or a change of mind. So, my singles, we're going back to you, okay? This person that you probably broke up with, you had separation from, they needed to work on themselves. Remember how I said that I don't think they didn't work that much on themselves, and you know you're getting the opportunity to give them another chance. The Phoenix is in reverse, so new phase, rekindlement, it's not going to work. I don't think it's going to work right now. It's not. Transformations in reverse, you're stuck. Changing mind, you're stuck. Growth is in reverse, you're stuck. Don't focus on that. Something else is going to come your way. I can promise you, something else is going to come your way. When you release one thing, you open up the world for another thing to come back to you. So, you know, the idea of, you know, cleaning out so you can receive more and stuff like that. Clear your space, okay? Grab some sage, burn it, okay? Envision yourself inside of a bubble and cut, or maybe even cut the lines that tie you and him. Like, just envision that line and cut it. because this thing with him right now or her right now, they need to work on themselves a little bit more. They're gonna come and be like, oh, yeah, I did the work, I'm ready. They're not ready for the relationship just yet. They're not. They need to do a little bit more work. They need to do a little bit more, okay? Especially if you're gonna come in here, because you don't have the time. 2021, you don't have the time to be trying to heal someone. And that sounds so bad, but you don't have the time to be trying to heal someone when you have to heal yourself, because you want to be ready for 2021, okay? You want to be ready for the new year, right? You want to be ready. You want to be your brand new self. And you might not get that relationship before the new year. You might not get that relationship before the end of the year. But you're going to go into the new year releasing some old patterns, some old energy, and it's going to invite more energy into your life, okay, my singles? So keep that in mind. We have the clock in reverse. The clock is talking about needing time, taking time. It's just time to heal, progress. It's in reverse. So in both situations, I see this stuck kind of energy. You guys are stuck in this area of, you know, for my couples, you're separated from this person in some type of way. And for my singles, you're thinking about letting an ex back into your life. Not right now. And all it's saying in the end is like everything doesn't need time. Things are going to happen right now. Things are about to happen right now. You're not going to have to wait a couple months before you get your... So again, what I'm saying is, with the needs time and the clock in reverse, it's telling you that you don't need to wait for an answer. You're going to get your answer soon. It's going to happen this month. The month of December, you'll have all of your answers before the end of the month, okay? That is what I'm seeing for you. So, if you guys have ever did a pick a card reading with your girl, you know, random, I like to end each reading with one of these red cards. I think it makes me feel like, you know, it really ties up the reading. It is a sentence that, you know, the universe feels like you need to hear. It doesn't always have to be about a relationship, but it's a sentence that the universe feels like you need to hear. And it says, I have found the one that my soul loves. I have found the one that my soul loves. I feel like in these situations, you guys are both dealing with, this month, you're dealing with a soulmate in a way. You're dealing with someone that you deeply, even if it's not a soulmate, you deeply love this person. You will never stop loving this person. With my singles, an ex is going to pop back up, and you know you love that ex, but you know that you guys can't be together right now because the ex, or even you, have some issues that you need to deal with. For my people in a relationship, my couples, you love this person with your soul. If this person is not your soulmate already, in the next life, that person will be your soulmate. You know what I'm saying? You're creating those bonds right now. All in all, I see a lot of energy of things happening. Things are happening really quickly. Things are happening right now, okay? And I know you're ready for it. I definitely know you're ready for it. So, I think that there's nothing else that I can really say about this situation. You know your answers. You need to meditate. You'll find your answers. You can find them easily, but I have nothing else to say. So, if this resonated in any type of way, like and leave a comment down below. And I will see you guys next time. Much positivity your way.